Friends, countrymen, fellow degenerates, welcome back to this edition of Bets and Buds. We're the Buds, help you cash your bets. I am Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby White.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. March Madness is upon us. It is here.
Now the crazy time of sports.
Yes, it is. And this is usually the gambler's delight on betting here. Usually a lot of professional gamblers. This is where you're going to see the bookings, the bookie lines in Vegas are going to be packed.
If you lose money here,
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things right now.
You shouldn't be making crazy parlays because you don't have to.
Right,
you
exactly.
You can pick and choose.
Yeah, you can pick and choose a couple games here or there. I mean, there's money to be had here.
Oh, yes, there is.
So we'll be throwing some bets out here for you. Before we jump into that, we had the World Baseball Classic last night. The United States punched their ticket to the finals here. We got Italy versus Venezuela.
With some controversy, though.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody's seen the pit. That was not a strike.
Yeah, but you know what? Hey, it was good framing.
Yeah,
and that's baseball. So until they have the automatic strike there, I mean, that's happened since the beginning of the time in baseball.
It'll be there on the next WBC.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because it's going to be in baseball next year during the Major League season. So, I mean, it is what it is.
So Italy. I'm thinking Italy. It might be Italy versus the United States again.
Which that'll be a hell of a game.
That would be something.
It'll be a hell of a game. It'd be pretty freaking exciting to see that go down.
Who do they got to get by tonight?
They got Venezuela.
Yeah,
they got Venezuela. Okay. So the thing is, if they can get past Arenola, because that's going to be the tough part, because Italy's starting Arenola for tonight's game.
Venezuela is favored. They're minus 180.
Venezuela has a little bit better bullpen, possibly a deeper lineup, but I mean, like I said, this is baseball, so who knows?
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't expect Italy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, Italy's been. I mean, these Italian Americans are playing their ass off for their ancestors' country.
They are.
They
definitely are. That's wild.
Yeah,
because I did not expect that when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't expect to get boat raced by them either. The way we did in that final game in the Cup play.
Thought for sure
pool
Japan
play
would be there.
Yeah, I mean, but Venezuela took them out, did they? So I mean, that's baseball, baby. That's baseball.
It is. Okay, we got 2 more games to go. So it'll be played Tuesday night, I guess. No,
they're playing tomorrow night.
Okay, so the championship will be played.
Yeah, they can play. Yeah, they can play tomorrow night. So I mean, let's get it going, because I mean they can't have the U.S. team sitting two nights in a row.
Right.
They got to keep it. Baseball, you got to keep a rhythm going. So I mean, we'll see. Let's go USA.
All right, go USA.
All right, so we're gonna dive in a little Blues action before we dive into this March Madness.
Yeah, so, the Blues did lose yesterday to the Winnipeg Jets, which really sucks because they could have been 5 points out of a playoff spot instead of 7 as they're sitting currently. They're 27-30-10, but since they've come back from the break, the Olympic break, they're 7-2-1. I mean, they're actually playing real well. If you ignore all the metrics and shit that everybody uses now. They're winning games. They're finding ways to win games, except for yesterday's game. Which brings me up to the point is, why is Jordan Binnington still starting in the net for the St. Louis Blues? Except once a week. Yeah. Seriously. He's 2-8 in his last 10. Overall, he's 10-19-6 with a goals against average over 3 and a save percentage hovering under 9 or right around there. Hofer is definitely your future goaltender, and they probably should do whatever they can to move Jordan Binnington.
I'm surprised they didn't move him before the trade deadline.
Nobody wants him because unless he's playing in front of elite talent, he's absolute garbage right now.
I mean, but that's the reason why. I mean, he was not a hot prospect coming out. I mean, that year when
he wasn't. And goalies are finicky like that because you've seen it with Pittsburgh with a couple of different goalies, like Tristan Jarry. He won the cup. And then they went and did it again with another guy the very next year. So
yeah, I mean, he's just it's a very psychological position, because I mean, you start giving away goals. I mean, it's very easy to get your confidence broken really quickly.
And unfortunately, even though he hasn't been getting blown out in his starts, the Blues are just not winning his games.
Right.
He's 2-8 in his last 10, and Hofer's 6-2-2. So I mean, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, the boys probably a little more confidence in Hofer.
So since the break, Hofer's 5-0-1. His loss was coming in overtime, and Binnington is 2-2. So, I mean, so he was 0-6 going into the break.
Right. So I mean,
Canada should be lucky they even got to the gold.
Right, exactly. I mean, that shows you how loaded that team was. Playing out in front of them. So. All right.
But there's the 2 guys you can actually count on, right? Robert Thomas, in his 8 games since the break, has put up 5 goals and 6 assists. I mean, obviously, something's wrong with his hand, because against Edmonton on Friday night, they actually, when they started overtime, they had Oscar Sundqvist take the face off and then race off the ice, and Thomas got on the ice.
Really?
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
something's wrong with Thomas's hand. He's not effective at the face-offs right now. That's probably what that little minor surgery was about a couple of weeks ago. But he's been on fire in these 8 games. Dylan Holloway's been even better in the 10 games since he's been back. He's got 6 goals and 8 assists, and he's a plus 14. So
nice. So what do you think as far as with them having this 3 first-round draft picks? I mean, I know hockey, these guys aren't usually, unless you get like a number 1.
Yeah, hockey's crazy like that. They are going to have 3 first-round draft picks, but if they keep winning like this, they're going to win themselves out of the lottery for the number 1 pick. And like you said, we had the 3 number 1 draft picks, 3 seasons ago, I believe it was in 23. And you're just now seeing those guys hit the NHL. Dvorsky and Lindstein and Otto Steinberg. Yeah. Those were the first 3 round draft picks that we got in that year. And they're just now making the team.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. It takes a little while because, I mean, it's a grown man's game.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like a Celebrini or a Bedard or something, a McDavid.
Right, McDavid. Or, like those ones. Like
top
it
2,
was another one. Even
Malkin.
Even because Jack Hughes was the number 1 pick, too, wasn't he?
He was.
And it still took him a while to get
it. It did before he really ramped it up and became the player he is now.
Yeah.
Eric Johnson was the number 1 pick by the Blues, and he never panned out.
No, I mean, they sent him off to Colorado.
Yep. And which he ended up winning Cup later in his career. Yeah, but he was never that true number 1.
Yeah, he just never became a star player. So you just never know. That's a crapshoot of sports.
It is.
All right, so let's go a quick dive into NFL action right now. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of movement outside of it. I mean, these were like lower tier movements going on before we dive into March Madness here. Geno Smith has gone back home to the Jets.
Yes, traded back to the Jets. So the Jets actually gave up assets.
Yes, they gave up assets to get Geno back, which that isn't necessarily a bad move. I mean, Geno's a serviceable quarterback now in this day and age. They've got a running game.
He's already been through the New York media rigmarole.
I mean, twice, because, I mean, he was there with the Giants before. You know, he got his jaw broken the first time he was with the Jets in the locker room fight with a teammate. You know, all that stuff. I mean, but he's a veteran now. He's grown up a lot more. I mean, he's a solid quarterback in his career in Seattle. Oakland, I mean, the Las Vegas Raiders were not in a position last year to facilitate winning football from Geno Smith.
Not with that O-line they had.
No, they weren't. So, I mean, you got Garrett Wilson there, who's one of the top receivers in the league. I think A.D. Mitchell from that trade from the Colts when they got Sauce Gardner.
Oh, he's a serviceable guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's some weapons there for him to work with Breece Hall in that offense.
Yeah, you still got Breece Hall.
The problem is
bring in a young tight end, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is it's the Jets. I mean, they're still the Jets. I mean, let's see what they do with that number 2 overall draft pick. To shore up that, they're more than likely they're probably going to shore up the defensive side more than anything with that pick there, because that's what's the rating for the player that high. You know, the other one was
edge rusher.
Yeah, edge rusher. Yeah, probably looking at either what's the guy's name? Dave Bailey from Texas Tech.
Oh, one of the Texas Tech guys.
Texas Tech, or either what's his name? Averill Reese from Ohio State. And then Mike Evans went to the 49ers. You know, I don't know if we touched that. I don't think we touched on that last week.
That is a funny. We didn't touch on that one last week. But like a guy that's perennially hurt going to a team that's perennially hurt.
But he's had 1,000 yards like consistently.
He has. There's no doubt about it. When he is on the field, he is an elite receiver.
And last year, the injury that he suffered last year was. I mean, we were watching that. I was watching that game because I had some money on that game, and I actually had Mike Evans doing some things, and so he actually went down like it was a hard tackle, concussion, and broken collarbone.
So I mean,
that's the only thing that kept. He still had 862 yards receiving last year, so that was the only thing that kept him from hitting 1,000 yards for the 11th season in a row. So I think he's got a lot to produce there with that 49er team.
I just think it's kind of strange 49ers going in like an older direction.
Well, you know, I mean,
an older team already.
You got a guy who can punch in touchdowns in the red zone, and like that's the thing. Niners can move the ball. You got Christian McCaffrey; they can get you from 20 to 20 pretty easily. So,
how many touchdowns do you think Juwan Jennings has had in the last 2 years?
If I were to take a guess, I'd probably say Juwan Jennings has probably had about, I'd say the last 2 years, I'd say no less than 12.
15.
Yeah, I'm going to say no less than 12.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
You'll take 7 to 8 touchdowns out of a guy.
Oh, yeah, but the thing is, Juwan Jennings was going to, I mean, he was going to get
He's not Mike Evans.
He's not Mike Evans. I mean, he was going to get paid. I mean, like Juwan Jennings was going to get a little bit more money.
Did somebody pay him?
I don't think anybody's
paying him yet.
That's the thing. I mean, he's still kind of like that lower tier, or let's see what happens, like type of move, because when you get to this stage of free agency, things move a lot slower, you know, as far as in the NFL is concerned. I mean, like I said, there weren't a lot of like real notable moves. I know Christian Kirk got picked up, I think, by the, who the hell was that? I think he actually might have got picked up by the Niners, too.
No, the surprising one to me was Rico Dowdell going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah. That was a good pickup, though, for the Steelers.
No, I get it. And he reunites with McCarthy, who he played for 2 seasons ago, which he had his first 1,000-yard rushing season.
Right,
with.
exactly. I mean,
and then he went to the Panthers and had another one. Will he be the first running back in NFL history, if he pulls it off, to have 3 1,000-yard seasons with three different teams?
Which might be a good probability. I mean, like, you know what? So, I mean, I like the signing for the Steelers. I mean, I like a lot of things the Steelers are doing. I mean, as far as this offseason, the biggest thing is let's see if Aaron Rodgers comes back. Because I don't think we touched on this last week, because, I mean, I don't think that move had been made when Michael Pittman had got traded to the Steelers either. So Michael Pittman was like, now you got 2 big monstrous receivers on the inside. So you got DK Metcalf to work down the field. You got Mike Pittman. You got Michael Pittman to work like the short intermediate routes.
So, but they let Austin go as your slot guy.
Yeah, but I mean, like they can fill that slot. I think they're helping for Rome Wilson to kind of have a breakout now in his 3rd season, because he was injured the first year. Last year, minimal snaps. So I think they're planning on him to kind of maybe have a breakout there. Plus, you can always fill that role in the draft too as well.
The other one was the Ravens backing out of the
Crosby
deal, but then turn around and signing Henderson.
Yeah, and they signed Trey Henderson, which was the smart move to do. I mean, I think the biggest thing what they were looking at was they knew he wasn't going to pass a physical, but I think there was kind of a little bit of buyer's remorse, and it was going to be a long-term decision. Like, do we really want to do this?
Right.
Invest 2 first-round picks on a guy who's 28 years old, got knee problems, will be able to play next year, but what's 2 and 3 years from now going to look like? And like those 2 or 3 years is when
with that guaranteed contract.
Yes, exactly. And those 2 or 3 years from now is where you're looking at, like, as far as what those draft picks would.
No, they probably made the right move there.
Oh, they did. I mean, they took a lot of flack from the league from doing it that way, but that's the tampering period. They didn't have to sign him. Right. It wasn't a done deal, because when they made the move, it wasn't a finished product at all. So, I mean, like, I think it's actually a good move. I'm happy for Max Crosby, because the Raiders actually loaded up their team really well.
They did.
So him going back there.
Yeah, because he's recanted and said now he'll stay.
He never really wanted to leave. I mean,
I had always thought he was demanding the
No, the only thing that pissed him off last year was when they shut him down the last 2 games when he wanted to play still. And they were trying to protect him from that knee and trying to protect him from himself, but and also thinking if they had to move on from him, like, to make sure he's as healthy as possible.
They ended up shutting down a couple of players last year. That Raiders team was done.
Oh yeah, I mean they were done. I mean they were finished as far as that was concerned. So now I mean we just got to see how what they do as far as going forward. They're going to get Fernando Mendoza. Mm-hmm. They got their center Tyler Linderbaum, who's the highest paid interior lineman of all time in the NFL, making about $30 million for the season. Actually, they looked at his contract. They said $85 million, I think, or something like that.
Really?
That is actually fully guaranteed the way it's worked in his contract. That he's going to see every bit of that $85 million. It's either 81 or $85 million, but he's going to get every bit of that, which is, I mean,
if they get 3 good seasons out of him.
And they already had a good left tackle, so the left tackle's solid there. Filling a couple lineman positions. They got 2 first-round draft picks going into the season, so I say they Raiders go for it. They do their thing. I mean,
you still got Bowers and Jonty.
Oh yeah, I mean exactly. So if you improve that offensive line, protect Fernando Mendoza. You got Clint Kubiak as your new coach here, who won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. He comes from a long lineage of Gary Kubiak. His dad was a good, like, especially in the run game.
Yeah, his dad Kubiak was a great offensive coordinator.
A great offensive mind. Great in the run game. So, I mean, there's a lot of moves that's going to happen that I think transpire. We got draft season about 38 days away from now. So I will do my mock draft here my first mock draft in a couple weeks here before we get into the draft season. So with all that being said, let's dive into March Madness here. March Madness. So it is here and upon us. The gambling frenzy is upon us.
Yeah, no, I've been dipping my toes in the water throughout the conference championship finals and stuff like that. It's been fun, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean
it's been a lot of fun.
College basketball's been exciting this year because you got a lot of these veteran players that are sticking around. I mean, you got a lot of these European players who've been coming over. They've been playing pro basketball and they coming to college as 22-year-old freshmen.
I think this one's going to be more like last year's than in recent, like the chalk. I think chalk more plays out again this year.
Yeah, I mean, very few upsets just because you got some of these guys getting paid now the way it's working. So I mean, very few upsets going forward this year. When we look at some of the biggest spreads that I saw in the first round, so obviously Duke, who's the number 1 seed overall, playing Siena, was minus 28.5 point favorites.
That'd be the upset.
Oh no, actually they weren't the biggest one. I'm sorry. Arizona over LIU.
34?
31.5. 31.5. Yeah, that was the biggest spread for going into. But I mean, you got a lot of very big spreads. I mean, these are 1 versus 16s, which you expect because I mean that's only happened one time when Virginia lost a couple years back, but then the next year turned around and won the national championship. So I mean, that doesn't really happen a whole lot. Who are some of the big upset picks you got that you like this year?
So the only reason I've got this going is because the NCAA really set them up to do something good for themselves. For once in their program's history, they could actually pull this. I've got Mizzou going to the Elite Eight.
Oh, okay.
They're starting in St. Louis. They can easily beat this Miami, Florida team, and then you're playing a Big Ten team in Purdue, and that's just as long as you take Mark Mitchell, as long as Mark Mitchell stays hot, and you get any kind of production from your backcourt and knock down a few free throws. I mean, there's no reason they can't meet BYU in the round of 16 or Gonzaga and beat them.
See, I don't have BYU making out of the first round.
Oh, really?
No, I like what I saw because what's his name? Abasanya. I never know. That's like whatever the kid's name that they paid a shit ton of money to go there. He was a
You're
top
not getting
player.
me on this one.
Yeah. I mean, whatever the hell the kid's name, Abasanya or something like that. I mean, he was a top player coming out of the country. That he ended up going to surprisingly to BYU. I really don't. I mean, he's a good player. What they projected him to be, I don't really see him as that. He'll probably be a lottery pick. I mean, this lottery draft in the NBA this year is going to be like slew of freshmen going to be locked up. And this freshman class was really, really awesome. Like you got Cam Boozer, Abasanya, the Arkansas kid. There's another kid from Arizona. I mean, there's a couple of big top prospects. But BYU as a team really didn't impress me in any of the games that I saw. I saw them kind of in my opinion, underperform. They were a 6 seed. They are
6 seed.
They're a 6 seed. So I mean, I actually and again, it's a play-in game. So let's say I could be wrong because Texas.
You got Texas going.
Yeah, I got Texas actually winning against NC State and then beating BYU.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm leaning in that matchup there. Mizzou, I like them to beat Miami,
but lose against Purdue.
Yeah, the Big Ten.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, believe me, this is fandom creeping into this one too. Because I got no money on this sheet.
The Big Ten was tough. I mean, the Big Ten was tough.
Oh, that's always a dominant.
The Big Ten and the Big 12. I mean, but it used to be the ACC.
Yeah,
and the ACC's kind of fallen off a little
bit.
The
Big East used to be really dominant.
Yeah. I mean, the Big East. I mean, that became a money thing. Although speaking of the Big East. Shame on the selection committee on St. John's and UConn. So UConn was a 2 seed,
right?
St. John's was a 5 seed, but they were the number 1 and number 2 team out of that conference, and they put them in the same region. They put them in the same region. That's bullshit. That is bullshit because I actually have St. John's and UConn actually meeting in the Elite 8 to go to the Final Four.
Okay.
Because UConn got their ass beat in the conference finals against St. John's by 20, but I can see UConn coming back because I wouldn't want to have been a player practicing that next day with Dan Hurley.
I got UConn winning the whole damn thing. So,
do you?
Yeah.
See, I'm leaning towards Arizona.
I mean, they're 2 of the last 3 national championships have gone to UConn. I don't see why they shouldn't be the favorite in this one.
See, I'm leaning towards Arizona.
Okay.
I like Arizona going through. Actually, if we go through.
See, I've got Calipari taking Arkansas all the way to the Final Four.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think Arkansas. Where did I have them going? Arkansas. I actually had them going to the making it to the Sweet 16, and they lose to Arizona.
All right.
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah, I've got them beating Arizona.
Arizona's tough, man.
Oh, they are tough.
Arizona's tough. They were a loaded team. They are deep. Arizona's tough. I sat there. On Saturday, I was like allergy season kicked in. My allergies were all fucked up. So I sat there and watched a bunch of college tournament basketball games in Arizona, and I've watched Arizona a couple times. They're tough. I mean, because they started out 23-0. The season.
They were.
Yeah, they were tough. I mean, big time. So
I've got South Florida beating Louisville.
I got
in the round
that.
of 64.
Yep, I got that too as well.
But then I've got Michigan State beating South Florida.
Yeah, I couldn't go against Izzo.
Yeah,
I couldn't go against
too
Izzo,
much experience.
But then I got UConn beating them in the next round.
Right.
But so my parlay picks are dumping into this because we can go through our whole bracket. So my final 4, I'll give you the rundown on that. I got UConn, Houston, Arizona, and Michigan. That's my final 4 there.
Okay, I've got UConn, Houston, Arkansas, and Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Yes.
Iowa State's been nice, man. I mean,
Iowa State, they're sneaky good.
Yeah, I mean the Big 12's been tough this year. So in my finals, I got Arizona versus Houston. I mean, Houston was a tough team too as well.
They are. I got Connecticut, Arkansas, with Connecticut winning the whole thing.
Yeah, and so with that being said, so my parlay that I have for you, my Jason Token smoking hot parlay that I've got going for this week here, I got South Florida, VCU, and SLU winning on the money line in their first round, plus 996.
See, I like that one.
Plus 996.
Because I've got them all winning too.
Yeah.
So.
All right, and then my next one I had was Iowa, Villanova, and Santa Clara. That's at plus 579. All right, so those are my 2 parlay picks for you. Let's sign them up and book it, baby. Let's get it done.
I'm going with the play-in games being played Tuesday and Wednesday. And give me SMU, Texas, UMBC, and Lehigh. That's going off at... No, that's not what I want. That's the favorites on all of them. I just wanted to see what that was. I actually say give me... Prairie View over Lehigh, and that kicks it up to 1,096.
Okay.
Just that one, and that's the only underdog that I would have winning in that scenario.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, even if you just went with the favorites for those 4 games, it's still plus 658.
Oh, nice. I like that, though. I mean, I like that. The madness has begun, brother.
It has begun.
It has begun.
I clawed a little bit of that Super Bowl money back.
Yeah. It's been a rough run, but that's like the more you gamble, the more you kind of pay that piper. That's what it is.
Yeah. So, it's the gambling gods are gonna get theirs for sure.
Yeah, I got caught up in the live in-game bet thing for Bryce Harper last night to hit a home run.
Yeah. That's why I like to make like a 50-cent bet on something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean I think I only bet $10 on it. That's all it was. To see if I can get a shot at popping.
But it would feel good if he hit it. What was it? Like plus 250?
Oh yeah, it was more than that. It was like plus 375. I think is what it was. But
yeah, that's a good one.
Speaking of home runs, did you see that Tennessee game? That college baseball game?
No.
Tennessee versus Georgia.
What happened?
Oh my God. So this kid goes up. I can't remember the kid's name now, but he hits like what he thought was a bomb shot. I mean, like he hits it. It goes off the bat, feels it clean. Like he walks it off, takes the bat, slams it into the ground, pointing to his dugout, the whole 9. The Georgia kid, fucking freshman, robs the fucking home run, pulled it over the fence.
No shit, I'll have to go look at that one.
To win the game. It was wild. That's probably the most debunked celebrations of all time.
So it was like 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, it was like 2 outs, top of the 9th. Because I think Georgia still had a chance to win, but they thought they were going to take a lead. So when he hit the home run, he bombs it. I mean, he looks at it, takes a couple steps, slamming, spiked the bat, Bobby. Like it was like one of those Robert Gronkowski spikes. Spikes the bat in the ground. And like starts walking, pointing in the dugout. By the time he gets done with that point in the dugout, snatch him.
And then you just gotta hang your head. And
the disbelief on his face, and he will never live that down.
No,
he will never live that down.
That will be in top 5 failures of all time. Like the Marcelo Zuna one where he went to leap.
Oh yeah, and the ball lands like 5 feet in front of him. Yeah. So yeah, because the thing is, college baseball season just started.
Yes,
so the SEC, they're brutal, man. Wow. So he's going to hear that the rest of the season. I mean, because the whole Georgia team, after they caught the ball, the whole team runs out to the warning track to celebrate. After that, I mean, it was hilarious.
Wow.
It was a wild.
I'll have to watch that one.
That's the only thing I hate, that we can't show clips like that because we don't have that type of licensing fees. But it is what it is. So. And I mean, that's pretty much
all I got, brother.
Yeah, that's all I got too. Director Dave was out today. Life happens. So shout out to Director Dave. Keeping us up on the ones and
there'll
twos.
Be MotoGP, I believe, this week, but I'm not unsure of the time nor place.
Yep, nor will I be watching. So, shout out to Director Dave. We'll see you back next week, brother. Shout out to True on the Track for Blessing as well as Beats. Make sure you hit the like button, add to the comment section, hit that subscribe section for us. We appreciate any support we can get. I'm Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby Light.
See you next week.
Peace. Go Mizzou.